Let's get started with an introduction to generative AI. Imagine a world in which AI is going to make us work more productively, live longer, and have cleaner energy. Well, that world is already here. Generative AI has made a big impact on the way we go through life. Generative AI models can mimic human thinking and creativity to create novel content and perform complex tasks, just like you and me. Organizations can leverage generative AI to become more productive and profitable. Individuals can use generative AI tools to increase their efficiency, add tangible value to their work, save money, and maximize their brand value. If you're not there yet, this course is for you. Inviting all professionals, enthusiasts, practitioners, and students with a genuine interest in the rapidly developing field of generative AI. Regardless of your background or experience, this is a course for everyone. This course is designed to give you a solid understanding of the capabilities, applications, and common models and tools of generative AI. By the end of this course, you'll be able to describe the capabilities of generative AI and its use cases in the real world, identify the applications of generative AI in different sectors and industries, and explore common generative AI models and tools. As this is a focused course comprising 3 modules, you're expected to spend 1 to 2 hours to complete each module. In Module 1 of the course, you'll learn about the core concepts of generative AI, view use cases of how it is applied across different domains, and understand its capabilities for generating text, images, code, audio, and video. In Module 2, you'll discover how different sectors and industries such as information technology, entertainment, education, finance, and healthcare leverage generative AI. Further in this module, you'll learn about the capabilities and features of common models and tools for generating text, images, code, audio, and video, such as ChatGPT, DALL-E, and Synthesia. Module 3 requests your participation in a final project and presents a graded quiz to test your understanding of course concepts. You can also visit the course glossary and receive guidance on the next steps in your learning journey. The course is curated with a mix of concept videos and supporting readings. Watch all the videos to capture the full potential of the learning material. You'll enjoy hands-on labs and a final project that demonstrates the common use cases of generative AI across multiple domains. There are practice quizzes at the end of each lesson to help you reinforce your learning. At the end of the course, you'll also attempt a graded quiz. The course also offers discussion forums to connect with the course staff and interact with your peers. Most interestingly, through the expert viewpoint videos, you'll hear from experienced practitioners who will share their perspectives on different aspects of generative AI. Well, don't just stand by. As generative AI strengthens the creative expression and professional capabilities of individuals, organizations, and communities across the world, this course presents an opportunity for you to create new experiences.
Generative AI is on the minds of every leader in every organization, businesses, or governments, and with interest comes opportunity. Organizations are looking for people who understand the technology and, most importantly, have the skills to apply it. Unlike many of the previous trending technologies, generative AI touches almost every role and every profession. Generative AI skills are expected to become important, not just for computer scientists, for everybody, which is why they will be essential as word processing, spreadsheets, even basic business literacy. This is why these programs are generative AI for everyone. There's a lot of new interest happening right now in AI, and businesses are looking beyond consumer AI. A chatbot interface is a great way to demonstrate generative AI potential. Real-life use cases are embedding generative AI into existing processes and making it an integral function of nearly every business workflow. IBM is proud to be helping businesses integrate generative AI into their operations. These are skills you will gain as part of these programs that should help you with your career and be very applicable to your job instantly. Businesses are excited by the potential of generative AI, but they're also apprehensive of potential dangers.
This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
These programs will give you the skills to deal with AI ethics that are grounded in a responsible approach, really started at IBM.
Did you know that marketers across the world are already using generative AI to create content, write copy, inspire creative thinking, analyze market data, and generate images? According to Bloomberg, the generative AI market is estimated to reach $1.3 trillion by 2032. In that case, you definitely want to get better acquainted with generative AI. However, is generative AI for everyone? Yeah, it is. And you can leverage its potential to create a better career and life for yourself. This specialization is for anyone who's passionate about discovering the power of generative AI. Prior technical knowledge or background in AI is not required. Even beginners can benefit from this specialization, as it provides a comprehensive understanding of the fundamental concepts, models, tools, and applications of generative AI. By the end of this specialization, you'll be able to explain the fundamental concepts, capabilities, models, tools, applications, and platforms of generative AI foundation models. Describe prompt engineering and apply powerful prompt engineering techniques to write effective prompts and generate desired outcomes from AI models. Discuss the limitations of generative AI and explain the ethical concerns and considerations for the responsible use of generative AI, and recognize the ability of generative AI to enhance your career and help implement improvements at your workplace. Spread across 5 focused, self-paced courses, each requiring 3 to 5 hours to complete. Course 1 is your first step toward understanding the capabilities of generative AI, which span different domains such as text, image, audio, video, virtual worlds, code, and data. You'll understand how different sectors and industries apply common generative AI models and tools, such as GPT, DALL-E, Stable Diffusion, IBM Granite, and Synthesia. Course 2 introduces the concept of prompt engineering and how it can help you unlock the full potential of generative AI tools like ChatGPT. You'll explore the techniques, approaches, and best practices for developing effective prompts and work with commonly used tools such as IBM Watson X, Prompt Lab, Spellbook, and Dust. Course 3 focuses on the core concepts and building blocks of generative AI, such as deep learning, transformer-based large language models, diffusion models, and foundation models. You'll also learn about the different generative AI platforms like IBM Watson X.AI and Hugging Face. In Course 4, you'll explore ethical considerations related to generative AI. How does it impact data privacy and security, copyright infringement, the workforce, and the environment? You'll also describe limitations such as data bias, lack of explainability, transparency, and interpretability, and identify common misuses of generative AI such as deepfakes and hallucinations. Lastly, Course 5 discusses the future of generative AI. Don't you want to know what your career opportunities are in that future? You'll learn how generative AI can impact and enhance existing functions, skills, and job roles in different sectors and industries, and how you can use generative AI to build your own applications to create new business opportunities. The content in this specialization is designed to engage and empower you. By viewing curated concept videos, hearing AI experts share their insights and tips, and practicing techniques in hands-on labs and projects, you'll feel more confident in using generative AI tools and applications in your daily life. Currently, 65% of generative AI users are millennials or Gen Z, and 72% are employed. With this specialization, you'll be ready to join the generative AI changemakers. Generative AI is for everyone. Welcome to Introduction to Generative AI. After watching this video, you'll be able to describe generative AI and its evolution. You'll also be able to explain how generative AI differs from discriminative AI. Artificial intelligence, or AI, has been around for years, shaping almost every sphere of our lives and revolutionizing how we live and work. At its core, AI can be defined as the simulation of human intelligence by machines. AI models learn from vast amounts of existing data. The process of learning from data is called training. There are two fundamental approaches to AI, discriminative AI and generative AI. Discriminative AI is an approach that learns to distinguish between different classes of data. A discriminative AI model is given a set of training data, where each data point is labeled with its class. The model then predicts the class of a new data point by finding the side of the decision boundary that the data point falls on. Discriminative AI models use advanced algorithms to differentiate, classify, identify patterns, and draw conclusions based on training data. An example of how a discriminative AI model works can be seen in how email spam filters can differentiate between spam and non-spam emails. Discriminative AI models are best applied to classification tasks. They cannot, however, understand context or generate new content based on a contextual understanding of the training data. And this is where generative artificial intelligence, or generative AI, comes in. Generative AI models learn to generate new content based on the training data. They can capture the underlying distribution of the training data and generate novel data instances. Generative AI starts with a prompt. This can be text, an image, video, or any other input that the model can process. As an output, the model generates new content, including text, images, audio, video, code, and data. Generative AI can produce output in the same form in which the prompt is provided. For example, text to text, or in a different form from the prompt, such as text to image or image to video. Here is a simple example to understand the difference between discriminative or traditional AI and generative AI. Discriminative AI would be best suited to answer questions such as, is this image a drawing of a nest or an egg? Generative AI would respond to prompts such as, draw an image of a nest with 3 eggs in it. While discriminative AI mimics our analytical and predictive skills, generative AI goes a step further to mimic our creative skills. As implied by this comment from the Harvard Business Review, AI can not only boost our analytic and decision-making abilities, but also heighten creativity. Generative models can take what they have learned and create entirely new content based on that information. Both discriminative and generative models are created using deep learning techniques. Deep learning involves training artificial neural networks to learn from vast amounts of data. An artificial neural network is a collection of smaller computing units called neurons, which are modeled in a manner that is similar to how a human brain processes information. The creative skills of generative AI come from generative AI models such as generative adversarial networks, or GANs, variational autoencoders, or VAEs, transformers, and diffusion models. These models can be considered as the building blocks of generative AI. Generative AI is not a new concept. Its roots trace back to the origins of machine learning. In the late 1950s, when scientists proposed machine learning, they explored using algorithms to create new data. During the 1990s, the rise of neural networks infused advancements in generative AI. Further, during the early 2010s, deep learning, supported by the availability of large data sets and enhanced computing power, further advanced the development of generative AI. In 2014, generative AI was transformed with the introduction of GANs by Ian Goodfellow and his colleagues. GANs and other models such as VAEs and transformers set the stage for generative AI's growth and the development of foundational models and tools. Foundation models are AI models with broad capabilities that can be adapted to create more specialized models or tools for specific use cases. A specific category of foundation models called large language models, or LLMs, are trained to understand human language and can process and generate text. In 2018, OpenAI introduced a transformer-based LLM called Generative Pre-trained Transformer, or GPT. Over the years, different LLMs such as GPT-3 and GPT-4 in the GPT series, Google's Pathways Language Model, or PaLM, And Meta's large language model Meta AI, or Llama, have significantly enhanced generative AI to generate coherent and relevant text. There have been similar developments in models for other use cases. For example, Stable Diffusion and DALL-E are models for image generation. The development of a variety of generative models has led to a growing market for generative AI tools for diverse use cases. For instance, you have ChatGPT and Bard for text generation, DALL-E 2 and Midjourney for image generation, Synthesia for video generation, and Copilot and AlphaCode for code generation. The rapidly emerging models and tools have generated a wide scope for generative AI applications across domains. To quote from McKinsey's report on the economic potential of generative AI has the potential to change the anatomy of work, augmenting the capabilities of individual workers by automating some of their individual activities. The report also predicts that generative AI's impact on productivity could add trillions of dollars in value to the global economy. In this video, you learned that generative AI models can generate new content based on the data they are trained on. Further, you learned that the creative skills of generative AI are built from models such as GANs, VAEs, transformers, and diffusion models. Foundation models can be adapted to create specialized models or tools tailored to specific use cases. Finally, you learned that generative AI models and tools have a wide scope for applications across different domains and industries. Welcome to the capabilities of generative AI. After watching this video, you'll be able to describe some of the capabilities of generative AI and explore their use in the real world. Let's start with a high-level overview of some of the capabilities of generative AI that we'll discuss. First is the text generation capability of generative AI, that is, its ability to generate clear, lucid, and contextually relevant textual responses. The second capability is image generation, that is, synthesizing artistic and realistic images that are very similar to real ones. The third capability is audio generation. Generative AI enables music composition and synthetic audio generation. The fourth capability we'll discuss is video generation. Generative AI enables the generation of dynamic films and small videos based on textual descriptions and even images. The fifth capability is the code generation capability of generative AI. Generative models can generate code, functions, and programs. We'll also discuss the data generation and augmentation capability of generative AI. This helps generate synthetic data to create and augment data sets. Finally, we'll explore generative AI's capability to create real and immersive virtual worlds. These are just some of the capabilities of generative AI. Essentially, whatever the human mind is capable of conceiving is a potential use case for the application of generative AI. Now, let's delve deeper into some of these capabilities. Let's begin with the text generation capabilities of generative AI. At the core of generative AI's text generation capability are advanced AI-powered large language models, or LLMs. LLMs are trained on large data sets and can generate human-like text in various contexts. These models learn patterns and structures within the data to generate coherent and contextually relevant responses. These models generate text, converse, and provide explanations, summaries, and more. Some popular LLMs are OpenAI's Generative Pre-trained Transformer, or GPT, and Google's Pathways Language Model, or PaLM. These models can perform various language-related tasks such as text completion, summarization, question answering, translation, code generation, and image and text pairing. Conversational interactions with chatbots and virtual assistants are powered by LLMs. Let's look at the image generation capabilities of generative AI. Generative models can generate high-quality, convincing images based on deep learning techniques such as generative adversarial networks, or GANs, and variational autoencoders, or VAEs. These generated images exhibit realistic textures, natural colors, and fine-grained details, giving the impression of a real camera capture. StyleGAN, for example, can generate high-quality, high-resolution new images of imaginary faces, animals, or nature, while DeepArt can create comprehensive artwork from a simple sketch. DALL-E can generate entirely new images as described by the users. Apart from applications in art, design, entertainment, gaming, and research domains, generated images can augment training data and aid medical imaging and scientific visualization. In the context of audio generation, generative models can generate new musical compositions, convert text into audio using text-to-speech or TTS, and create synthetic voices and natural-sounding speech. Generative models can convert, modify, and transform and clean up voices, also reduce noise and enhance audio quality. These models also have the capability to mimic human voice to a fair amount of likeness. WaveGAN, for example, can create new and realistic raw audio waveforms including speech, music, and natural sounds. MuseNet from OpenAI can combine various instruments, styles, and genres to generate novel musical compositions. Google's Tachytron 2 and Mozilla TTS use advanced TTS systems to create synthetic speech resembling human tone, pitch, modulation, pronunciation, rhythm, and expressions. Audio generated by generative models has applications in media, creativity, entertainment, training, education, gaming, virtual reality, and several other domains. Now, let's look at the video generation capabilities of generative AI. Generative AI models can create dynamic and lucid videos ranging from basic animations to complex scenes. These models transform images into dynamic videos by incorporating temporal coherence. In natural language processing, temporal coherence refers to the consistency and continuity of meaning or context over time. This enables these models to exhibit smooth motion and plausible transitions in videos. For instance, a popular AI model, Video GPT, follows textual prompts users provide to generate new videos. Users can specify the desired content and guide the video generation process, including completion, editing, synthesis, prediction, and style transfer. These generated videos can be used in domains such as art, entertainment, education, gaming, medicine, and research. Now, let's talk about generative AI's code generation capabilities. Generative models can generate new code snippets, functions, or complete programs based on desired functionality. Trained on existing code repositories, these models can complete or create code, synthesize or refactor code, identify and fix bugs in code, test software, and create documentation, including comments, function descriptions, and usage examples. For instance, GitHub Copilot and IBM Watson Code Assistant are AI-based programming assistants that help autocomplete code, accelerate hard tasks, and generate code for provided input. AI-generated code can be used in software and web development, machine learning and natural language processing, data science and analytics, robotics and automation, virtual game and AR/VR environment development, and audio, video, and speech processing. Software developers can benefit from leveraging code generation capabilities to write, debug, and test their code. Now, let's explore the data generation and augmentation capabilities of generative AI. Generative models can generate new data and augment existing data sets. Generating synthetic data sets helps increase the diversity and variability of the data, leading to more robust and effective performance. These models can generate new samples and augment data sets for images, text, speech, tabular data, and statistical distribution, time series data, finance, and more. The data generation and augmentation capabilities of generative AI have applications in medicine, healthcare, gaming, education and training, art and creativity, self-driving automobiles, and many more. Another powerful capability of generative AI models is their ability to create highly realistic and complex virtual worlds. You can create avatars that simulate realistic behavior, expressions, conversations, and even decisions. You can also create complex virtual environments with realistic textures, sounds, and objects that follow the principles of the physical world. Metaverse platforms use generative models to create unique and personalized experiences for individual users. Generative AI also makes it possible to create virtual identities with unique personalities, avatars that can be fitted with specific personality traits that reflect in their behaviors and conversations. The virtual world capability of generative AI has applications in gaming, entertainment, education, augmented and virtual reality, metaverse platforms, and also virtual influencers and digital personalities. In this video, you learned about some of the capabilities of generative AI models and their use in the real world. Generative AI can create coherent and contextually relevant content and generate realistic, high-quality images, synthetic voices, new audio, and dynamic videos. And generative AI models can generate and complete code and synthesize new data to augment the existing data sets. Generative AI models are also capable of creating highly realistic and complex virtual worlds, including virtual avatars and digital personalities. Welcome to Applications of Generative AI. After watching this video, you'll be able to identify some of the applications of generative AI in different domains, specifically the domains of IT and DevOps, entertainment, education, banking and finance, healthcare, human resources, and on-working professionals in general. In IT and DevOps, generative AI helps improve software delivery processes and infrastructure management. The code generation capabilities of generative AI reduce manual coding effort and time spent on repetitive tasks. Generative AI-powered code review tools such as GitHub Copilot and Sync's Deep Code examine code repositories and coding standards to enhance code quality and maintainability. Generative models generate synthetic test cases and test data that simulate user behavior. Variations in test cases impact software efficiency, reliability, and robustness. Tools such as Applitools and Testim guarantee adequate testing coverage by increasing the depth and diversity of data sets. To monitor and detect anomalies in code, tools such as IBM's Watson AI Ops and Mugosoft AI Ops analyze system logs, metrics, and other data. This helps with proactive maintenance and troubleshooting, reducing downtime and preventing critical failures. GitLab Duo supports the continuous integration and deployment, or CI/CD, pipelines by automatically creating release notes, changing logs, and updating deployment templates and scripts. Other applications in IT and DevOps include natural language interfaces, automated infrastructure management, and predictive maintenance. Now let's look at the entertainment domain. Generative AI tools can generate a variety of synthetic content, such as music, scripts, stories, videos, movies, and video games. They can also translate, localize, and personalize content. Game development tools such as Houdini by SideFX leverage the power of generative AI to create games, animations, augmented and virtual reality experiences, and unique characters with unique behavior. Recently, generative AI-powered virtual influencers and avatars have also gained popularity that interact with users, creating engaging experiences. Another next big area of impact of generative AI is education. From content generation to personalized and adaptive learning experiences and simulated experiential learning, the impact of generative AI is huge. With their language capabilities, they can provide language translations, making content accessible in different languages. They can grade assignments to provide instant feedback and create learning journeys and assessment strategies that support the pace and strengths of individual learners. Taxonomies can be generated based on learner performance and preferences. Generative algorithms can detect special needs and learning disabilities to help learners and educators create specific lesson plans. Generative algorithms are also being used to track learner progress over time. Known as knowledge tracing, this helps provide the right pacing and content for individual needs. Tutoring support, virtual and simulated environments, and inclusive education are also benefited. Knoll.J, for example, offers an AI-generated e-learning within minutes, including interactive videos, glossary, practice questions, and summary for the targeted topic. Duolingo is a language learning platform that uses GPT-3 to correct French grammar and create test items for English. Banking and financial institutions greatly benefit from generative AI's capability to auto-detect risks, generate insights, and make financially literate recommendations. KAI GPT is the first banking industry-specific LLM that helps banking applications provide human-like, financially literate responses. In risk assessment, Data Robot, for example, can generate synthetic use cases by simulating potential fraud scenarios to detect credit risk, fraud risk, and market volatility. For credit scoring, Personetics and AIO Logic leverage generative models to detect risks, determine rates, and structure custom loans. They automate the assessment of customer creditworthiness and set credit limits or insurance premiums. NLP-powered generative AI, such as Bloomberg GPT, can analyze news, articles, social media, and other classified textual data to perform market sentiment analysis and manage investment portfolios more effectively. In customer services, generative AI tools have established conversational systems and assist in financial planning using robo-advisors, chatbots, and virtual assistants. Regulatory compliance and reporting, financial forecasting and prediction, portfolio optimization, anti-money laundering, and algorithmic trading are some of the areas that are greatly benefited. It's important to note that some of these applications and tools harness both generative and discriminative AI models. Now, let's discuss some of the applications in medicine and healthcare research, drug discovery, diagnostics, and patient care. With their ability to generate synthetic images that resemble patient data, generative models improve the robustness of deep learning models used for medical image analysis. These models can synthesize data for rare medical conditions for which very limited data is available. This helps facilitate research, train AI models, and develop new diagnostic tools for rare cases. In drug discovery, these models help by generating new molecules and speeding up the drug discovery process and lowering the development cost. Telemedicine and telemonitoring are also benefited from generative AI-driven conversational tools. RASA, for example, can establish a medically literate conversation with patients to provide immediate medical advice, health-related support, and personalized treatment plans. Other areas in this domain include electronic health record, or EHR management, healthcare fraud detection, and medical simulation and training. Let's look at how generative AI can empower human resources, or HR, to automate repetitive tasks, provide valuable insights, and streamline HR processes. Watson X Orchestrate, for example, helps automate HR tasks such as creating job requisitions, screening and shortlisting relevant profiles, scheduling interviews, candidate onboarding, and more. Talenteria focuses on talent acquisition. Lena AI uses conversational AI systems to automate HR tasks and employee engagement. Macorva focuses on workplace and performance management by automatically generating performance documents and reviews. Other applications of generative AI in HR include training and development, analytics and decision-making, and compliance and policy implementation. While we have spoken of just a couple of domains today, generative AI is ultimately believed to have a significant impact on all industries. Another big area of impact is on how we work. As per the McKinsey report on the economic potential of generative AI, current generative AI and other technologies have the potential to automate work activities that absorb 60 to 70% of employees' time today. Half of today's work activities could be automated between 2030 and 2060. Generative AI's increasing ability to understand natural language will ultimately impact even knowledge-based work, typically associated with higher education and acquired skills. In this video, you learned about some of the popular applications of generative AI across domains. However, it's important to note that the potential applications of generative AI are virtually limitless across all industries and all walks of life. In IT and DevOps, applications include code generation, code reviews, automated testing, monitoring and anomaly detection, automated documentation, and the continuous integration and deployment process. In entertainment, generative AI offers exciting possibilities by generating a variety of synthetic content and translating, localizing, and personalizing content. In education, generative AI transforms the reach and quality of education, affecting learners, educators, and educational technologies. In finance, areas of application include risk assessment, credit scoring, sentiment analysis, portfolio management, compliance, forecasting, trading, and customer care. In medicine and healthcare, we see application in medical research, diagnostics, medicine, medical training, and patient care. In HR, applications are in the areas of talent acquisition, employee engagement, performance management, training and development, HR analytics, and policy implementation. And in the workplace, the application of generative AI is changing how we work, making us more efficient and successful. Welcome to Tools for Text Generation. After watching this video, you'll be able to describe the basics of text generation through generative AI, explain the key capabilities of common models and tools for text generation. At the core of the text generation capabilities of generative AI are large language models, or LLMs. Based on patterns and structures learned during training, LLMs interpret context, grammar, and semantics to generate coherent and contextually appropriate text. Drawing statistical relationships between words and phrases allows LLMs to adapt creative writing styles for any given context. LLMs are the basis for many text generation models. Two such examples are Generative Pre-trained Transformer, or GPT, and PaLM. These models have evolved into multimodal models, offering multiple capabilities. Let's learn about the capabilities of these models through two popular tools, ChatGPT and Bard. ChatGPT is based on GPT as the large language model and uses advanced natural language processing, or NLP. While originally ChatGPT only took text prompts as input to generate new contents, with the newer versions it can take both image and text inputs. ChatGPT offers diverse capabilities for text generation. It is capable of smooth and context-based conversations. Let's start a conversation with ChatGPT to learn a concept. Input a prompt that says, "I've heard about generative AI and want to learn more." ChatGPT responds with some basic information based on the context. When you take the conversation forward to refine the research by asking, "How can I use generative AI to improve my storytelling skills?" As a prompt, ChatGPT provides the response based on the context and question provided by you. Feel free to experiment and guide the conversation further. ChatGPT will build an informative and interesting conversational flow. It can also help you with varied creative tasks. Let's enter the prompt, "Help me to create slides to demonstrate the features of a learning platform." And ChatGPT comes with suggestions about the title, content, and visuals for specific slides. Although ChatGPT is most proficient in English, it can understand and respond to several other languages. Let's prompt it to write hello in French and Spanish, and it generates the desired output. ChatGPT can also be a useful tool to assist you in learning a new language or any subject for that matter. Another popular text generation tool is Google Bard. It is based on Google's advanced language models, PaLM, short for Pathways Language Model. PaLM is a combination of Transformer Model and Google's Pathways AI platform. Path AI is based on Pathways, which are specialized modules responsible for a particular task, such as NLP or machine translation. In addition to the massive training data set of text and code, it also pulls information from sources on the internet to respond to prompts. Try experimenting with different prompts to explore the capabilities of Bard. Let's try Bard with a prompt to get a summary of the latest news on a topic, such as "Provide a summary of the latest news on the war in Ukraine." It provides you with multiple drafts as the response. You can select one of these or regenerate. Next, let's try Bard to generate ideas or solve a problem. Let's prompt it to provide a strategy for a digital marketing campaign for promoting a fashion brand. It provides a step-by-step approach to the marketing campaign. ChatGPT and Bard offer capabilities for other valuable use cases. For example, they can help you with basic mathematics, statistics, and problem solving through these subjects. They are also proficient in financial analysis, investment, research, budgeting, and more. Furthermore, ChatGPT and Bard can generate code and perform code-related tasks across various programming languages and frameworks. Having interacted with both ChatGPT and Bard, you'll notice that ChatGPT is more effective in generating dynamic responses and maintaining conversational flow, while Bard may be a better choice for researching the latest news or information on a topic, as it has access to web sources through Google Search and Google Scholar. It's important to realize that generative AI models, including GPT and PaLM, are evolving, so their capabilities and features may change. Apart from ChatGPT and Bard, there are other text generators as well. Jasper, for example, generates high-quality marketing content of any length, tailored to a brand's voice. Writer is a valuable tool for creating high-quality content for blogs, emails, SEO metadata, and ads on social media. Also, Copy.ai is great for creating content for social media, marketing, and product descriptions. Another tool, WriteSonic, offers specific templates for different types of text, such as articles and blogs, ads, and marketing. There are also tools available for specific use cases. For example, tools like Resumer can generate a summary of a text by extracting key ideas or concepts. Next, tools like uClassify are used for classification to assign one or more categories to a snippet of text. Tools for sentiment analysis understand and generate text that reflects the underlying emotions expressed in human language. Examples include Brand24 and Repustate. For multilingual language translation, you can use Language Weaver and Yandex. It is important to note that many of the open-source generative AI tools collect and review the data shared with them to improve their systems. This is an important consideration for interacting with these tools to avoid sharing any confidential or sensitive information. So, do we have open-source privacy-preserving alternatives? The answer is yes. GPT for All, for example, can be installed on your machines to run as a privacy-aware chatbot without internet or a graphics processing unit. Further, chatbots like H2O AI and Private GPT are designed to protect user privacy by running on local machines without any internet connection, using the power of LLMs. Not only that, you can customize these tools for use within a specific organization by linking them to your organization's documents and databases. Generative AI-based text generators offer several benefits. These tools are good learning aids as they provide step-by-step explanations. They can generate different forms of text quickly, enabling efficiency for writers and creators. These tools enhance creativity and inspire new ideas. By enabling engaging and interactive conversations, they're useful as virtual assistants and chatbots. By automating repetitive writing tasks, they can increase productivity for organizations. With multilingual support, they enable communication and content localization for global audiences. In this video, you learned that LLMs interpret context, grammar, and semantics to generate coherent and contextually appropriate text. LLMs are the basis for many text generation tools. Two popular text generation tools are OpenAI's ChatGPT and Google Bard. ChatGPT is based on GPT, and Bard is based on Palm. Both ChatGPT and Bard can generate different kinds of text, translate languages, and answer your questions in an interactive and informative way. Some of the other tools we talked about include Jasper, Copy AI, WriteSonic. Open-source privacy-preserving text generators include GPT for All, H2O AI, and Private GPT. Welcome to Tools for Image Generation. After watching this video, you'll be able to describe the basic capabilities of generative AI models for image generation and explain the key capabilities of common models and tools for image generation. Generative AI image generation models can generate new images and customize real and generated images to give you the desired output. For example, you may want to generate an image of a child with a book in her hand. Further, you may want to change the color of the book cover in the generated image. Let's generate a new image using a free AI image generator, FreePic. You need to enter a text prompt describing the image you want to create. Let's say you enter the following prompt: a boat sailing on a calm lake at sunset surrounded by lush greenery and a serene sky. Remember, how you describe your image and the words you include in the prompt determine the accuracy and quality of the image that gets generated. Let's select the style and generate the image. Here we have multiple images generated. You can select and download an image, or you may want to generate other images by modifying the prompt. Let's look at some more possibilities of image generation models. Image-to-image translation refers to transforming an image from one domain to another while preserving the original matter and style. For example, converting sketches to realistic images, converting satellite images to maps, converting security camera images to higher resolution images, and enhancing detail in medical imaging. Style transfer and fusion involve extracting the style from one image and applying it to another, creating hybrid or fusion images, for example, converting a painting to a photograph. In-painting refers to reconstructing missing or damaged parts of an image to make it complete. You can use this for art restoration, forensics, removing unwanted objects and images while preserving continuity and context, and blending virtual objects into real-world scenes in augmented reality. Outpainting involves extending the original image by generating new parts to it that are like extensions of the original. This can be used for generating larger images, enhancing resolution, and creating panoramic views. The image generation and modifications capabilities of generative models and tools have evolved with the evolution of models that power them. OpenAI's DALL-E is based on the GPT model. Trained on larger data sets of images and their textual descriptions, DALL-E can generate high-resolution images in multiple styles, including photorealistic images and paintings. DALL-E has evolved, and the new versions of DALL-E provide capabilities for generating multiple image variations and image transformation through in-painting and outpainting. Stable Diffusion is an open-source text-to-image diffusion model. Diffusion models are generative models that can create high-resolution images. Stable Diffusion is primarily used to generate images based on text prompts, though it can also be used for image-to-image translation, in-painting, and outpainting. NVIDIA's Style GAN model separates the modeling of image content and image style, enabling precise control over style for manipulating specific features like pose or facial expression. Style GAN has evolved to generate higher resolution images with more realistic details. You can explore generative AI's text-to-image generation capabilities using free tools like Crayon, FreePic, and PixArt. These tools can generate images in different forms and styles. Photor and Deep Art Effects offer a variety of pre-trained styles, allowing you to create your own custom styles. DeepArt.io is an online platform that turns photos into artwork of different styles. Midjourney is a platform that enables image generator communities that help artists and designers to create images using AI and explore each other's creations. Many generative AI image generators can also be integrated as APIs to embed their functionality and capabilities into different software programs and tools. Some popular image generators that offer APIs include DALL-E, Midjourney, and Crayon. Technology giants such as Microsoft and Adobe have also stepped into the world of AI image generators. Microsoft Bing Image Creator is based on the DALL-E model. You can access this tool by navigating to bing.com/create or through Microsoft Edge. This makes Microsoft Edge the first browser with an integrated AI image generator. Adobe Firefly is a family of generative AI tools designed to integrate with Adobe's Creative Cloud applications, such as Photoshop and Illustrator. Firefly is trained on Adobe stock photos, openly licensed content, and public domain content. Firefly can take text prompts in over 100 languages and include tools that allow you to manipulate color, tone, lighting, composition, generative fill, text effects, generative recolor, 3D to image, and extend image. In this video, you learned that generative AI-based models and tools can generate new images through both text and image prompts. They also offer capabilities for image-to-image translation, style transfer, in-painting, or out-painting. A few prominent image generation models include DALL-E, Stable Diffusion, and StyleGAN. There are several image generating tools available that offer diverse capabilities for image generation and transformation. A few image generators can also be integrated as APIs. You also learned that Adobe Firefly is a family of generative AI tools designed to integrate with Adobe's Creative Cloud applications. Welcome to Tools for Audio and Video Generation. After watching this video, you'll be able to describe how generative AI audio and video tools create impactful media content. Explain the key capabilities of generative AI audio and video tools. Explore generative AI's ability to reimagine virtual worlds. Market.us estimates that the generative AI music market, valued at $229 million in 2022, will register a high CAGR of 28.6% to reach $2,660 million by 2032. Generative AI music is created using generative AI audio capabilities. Over the past few years, these capabilities are helping companies and individuals, novice or experienced, simplify their processes to bring their complicated visions to life. Think about this. Suppose you've been putting off starting your podcast or adding some sound effects to your remixes. In that case, you'll love what generative AI audio tools can do for you. They come in three categories: speech generation tools, music creation tools, and tools that enhance audio quality. Speech generation tools are mostly text-to-speech or TTS tools that convert text into audio. While read-aloud technology is not new, generative AI architecture has upgraded how this technology works. Deep learning algorithms are repeatedly trained on vast data sets of human speech. This allows them to break down and efficiently replicate vocal characteristics, such as pronunciation, speed, emotion, and intonation. As a result, generative AI TTS tools create more accurate, natural-sounding speech, which is especially helpful to those who struggle with visual impairment, language barriers, and other reading disabilities. On the fun side, these tools can help you listen to essays, feedback, and notes, which might be easier than reading them. They can also help you communicate better. What if you wish to narrate your presentation in a standout manner? You could log into LOVO, Synthesia, Merv.ai, or Listener and choose from vast libraries of AI voices, languages, or emotions. You could even create a unique voice or clone your voice. Some tools will also let you edit your vocal track's pronunciation, tone, and speed to create a professionally sounding final product. What about music? Let's say one sunny afternoon, the amateur musician in you is feeling motivated. You could try Meta's AudioCraft, a generative AI tool pre-trained on sound effects and 20,000 hours of Meta-owned or licensed music. There's also Shutterstock's Amper Music, AI VA, Soundful, Google's Magenta, and the GPT-4-powered Wave tool. These tools let you choose from extensive music banks, different music genres, instrumental styles, and melodies. All you need to do is enter a text prompt. Based on your request, the tool will write short melodies or riffs, suggest or add instruments, compose a new song, or create a soundtrack for your next YouTube or Instagram video. Generative AI can also help you mix, master, and publish your final musical output on popular streaming platforms. You can even use audio-enhancing tools. These are pre-trained to identify specific sounds and can add fun sounds to your audio or remove unwanted ones. For example, Descript can help you remove background noise, enhance low-quality recordings, and add the desired sound effects. Auto AI cleans your files of unwanted noise. Many music generation tools also possess audio editing and enhancement capabilities. However, some projects need more than eclectic sound effects. In 2022, Runway AI used generative AI capabilities to produce the Oscar-winning movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. Even if you're not making big cinema, you can use generative AI video tools in your everyday life. Let's say you're making a documentary on the lack of trees in your city. You could log into Runway's Gen 1 tool, which transforms existing video clips into different styles, or use Runway's Gen 2 tool to create a video using text, image, or video inputs. Alternatively, you can use the Ease US Video Toolkit or the Synthesia app. These tools will allow you to upload photos. If you don't have any, use text prompts to generate the images you need. Additionally, you can use these tools to record a narration, enhance your audio, convert your video file format, and publish your video. Synthesia even allows you to create custom avatars to increase your brand recall. Generative AI can enhance your virtual world experience. You can create unique, imaginative virtual worlds with hybrid characteristics and exotic landscapes. Generative models can also respond in real time, improving the accuracy of simulations. Metaverse platforms employ generative AI to create a more personalized and engaging user experience. Gaming metaverses allow you to rapidly generate 3D objects and even create avatars fitted with specific personality traits that reflect in their expressions, behaviors, conversations, and decisions. The Sandbox, for example, is a metaverse where users can instantly build, own, and market their games globally. Scenario AI helps create and connect customized mobile gaming assets. In this video, you learned how generative AI audio and video tools can make an impact. With a simple text prompt, you can produce human-sounding speech in multiple languages, record songs, add sound effects, or remove unwanted noise, publish professional videos and animations, build enhanced and exotic virtual worlds. Welcome to Tools for Code Generation. After watching this video, you'll be able to describe the basic capabilities of generative AI for code generation, discuss the strengths and limitations of text-generating tools for code generation, and explain the key capabilities of common models and tools for code generation. Generative AI models and tools for code generation can generate code based on natural language input. Based on deep learning and natural language processing, or NLP, these models comprehend the context and produce contextually appropriate code. Code generators can generate a new code snippet or a program from a text prompt. They can predict lines of code to complete a partial code snippet. They can also produce optimized versions of existing code. Further, these code generators can convert code from one programming language to another. They can also generate summaries and comments for code to improve documentation. Code generators can also recommend a complete programming solution. Describe a problem you're trying to solve, and code generators will suggest algorithms, data structures, and the right programming approaches. Let's explore the capabilities of GPT for code generation. OpenAI's GPT excels in human-like text generation and demonstrates impressive capabilities in code creation. Here's an example of generating simple Python code through ChatGPT, a tool based on GPT. When you enter a text prompt, write a Python code to generate a message to greet a person. ChatGPT generates the Python code for it. Interestingly, it also provides guidelines about how to run this code. For generating code, it's important that you provide a clear prompt, specify the programming language, and provide other relevant requirements and constraints. To demonstrate how GPT helps debug code, enter an incorrect code as a text prompt in ChatGPT. An incorrect code and text are prompted to ChatGPT. ChatGPT provides the correct code and explanations of the corrections made. GPT also enables translating code from one programming language to another. It can also generate code documentation and comments to improve readability. GPT-based models and tools have evolved to generate longer and more accurate codes. This enables using these models and tools for coding to develop apps, websites, and plugins. Furthermore, the evolution of GPT makes it possible to generate code from images. For example, you can input the image of a course outline to generate code for a fully functional app. Google Bard also offers code generation and debugging capabilities in more than 20 programming languages. ChatGPT and Bard are valuable tools for coding or a new programming language because they provide a step-by-step and detailed explanation for better understanding. ChatGPT and Bard excel at generating code with basic logic and programming concepts. They may not, however, be able to generate large or complex code from scratch. And while these tools understand programming concepts and syntax, they may not completely understand semantics. So, while the generated code is technically accurate, it may still not function as required. It's important to note that the knowledge of these models is limited to the data they're trained on. A specific version of GPT may not be aware of programming frameworks and libraries released after its training. For example, the knowledge of GPT 3.5 is limited to September 2021. So, if you want a more dated code generator, consider using models and tools designed specifically for code generation. GitHub Copilot, an AI code generator, can generate code based on various programming languages and frameworks. GitHub Copilot is powered by OpenAI Codex, which is a generative pre-trained language model. It helps developers generate solution-based code. Copilot is trained on natural language text and source code from publicly available sources, including GitHub repositories. Copilot can be integrated as an extension with popular code editors, such as Visual Studio. It can produce code snippets that adhere to best practices and industry standards. Polycoder is an open-source AI code generator. It's based on GPT and trained on data from various GitHub repositories written in 12 programming languages. It's particularly accurate for writing C codes. Polycoder offers an extensive library of predefined templates that can be used as blueprints for code generation for various use cases. Polycoder can help create, review, and refine code snippets precisely customized to requirements. Different code generators offer specific functionality and features. However, when the requirement is to enable hybrid cloud developers to write code for diverse needs, IBM Watson Code Assistant is an option. It's built on IBM Watson X.AI foundation models for developers of any skill level. You can integrate Watson Code Assistant with a code editor. It enables developers to write code accurately and efficiently with real-time recommendations, autocomplete features, and code restructuring assistance. Moreover, you can input code or project files into Watson Code Assistant for analysis. It identifies patterns, suggests improvements, and generates code snippets or templates. Developers can customize this generated code for specific project needs. Many other AI-driven code generators and code assistant tools are available to help developers write accurate code faster. Amazon Code Whisperer can be integrated with code editors and offers real-time code recommendations. Tab 9 can be helpful for accurate code completions. Replit is a platform that provides an interactive space for users to code, learn, and collaborate. With automatic code writing and optimization capabilities, AI-based code generators help developers increase their productivity and quality of code. They enable rapid prototyping to iterate on design ideas. These tools also help with cross-platform compatibility and migration by enabling multi-language code translation. AI-based code generators follow consistent patterns and coding standards. They can suggest refactoring patterns to adhere to best practices. However, these tools should be used with caution to ensure that the AI-generated code does not lead to ethical issues. For example, security vulnerabilities, as these tools may be used for generating malicious data or data biases based on training. In this video, you learned that generative AI-based models and tools can generate new code from text and image prompts, optimize existing code, and produce solution-based code. ChatGPT and Bard are useful for simple code generation, debugging, and learning programming. Prominent code generators like GitHub Copilot, Polycoder, and IBM Watson Code Assistant offer varied features such as real-time recommendations, code restructuring, and solution templates. In general, code generators improve productivity, accelerate development cycles, promote coding best practices, and foster consistent coding standards.